Hello Sagittarius, welcome to our Timeless Tarot Nightcap. Well, another day has ended. Yeah, it's been a long day for me also. Looking at the crystal ball, I can see a whale. I don't know if this is a spirit animal whale or somebody among you just recently saw a whale. No, you know how it is sometimes when you travel at sea. You are lucky enough to encounter whales. Whales are known to have sort of like a sonar and are able to navigate the seas. It's like somehow uh, it is a subconscious sonar for us, those who are very intuitive. It's like you are having a subconscious sonar, no? Where you are being guided by the universe to the right direction. Whales are also able to sing a special song that touches the heart. So for some of you, maybe right now, your life or what you are doing right now is touching many people's hearts. Okay, Sagittarius, let us try to see your main energy for today. Okay, a chapter has closed. I hope you do not have back pains right now. Okay, for some of you, you might have back pains. Okay, but usually the Ten of Swords represents a closing of a chapter and the opening of a new one. The spirit is complete surrender. Because here you see this person is really dead and it's a complete surrender. He has no more choice but to just accept the closing of the chapter. But he's looking at the sunrise, so he has hope. For some of you, maybe a chapter have closed and you felt helpless. You cannot do anything anymore, and you just accept it. It reminds me of the dream I had last night. Like there was something, I was trying to go to a place to continue what I was doing, but it's gone already. And the situation is different already. The event, the situation, the place is already different. I cannot do anything anymore, at least in my dream. No, it's like that also. Sometimes you want to go back to that chapter, but everything has changed already. The situation has changed, even the place has changed, even the people involved have changed. Sometimes it happens like that. I don't know what degree the chapter has closed in your life, but sometimes it is like that. You would like to come back, but it's already gone. For example, if it is a certain business that has just closed, or a certain place that you used to rent and then suddenly it's no longer available. Yeah, so it's a chapter here. Whatever this chapter is, it's a chapter that you cannot go back to, at least for now, at this present moment. And the only way for you is to move forward, to begin a new chapter. Now let us see what are the... Wow, you see, immediately the universe responded to you. They immediately sent you a lot of guiding stars. Okay, and you are a star. Whatever this painful situation is, now is a time for you to nurture yourself. You see her, she's taking a bath. At the same time, she's also nurturing her inner and outer self. She's grounded in reality and in touch with her inner self. For me, when I look at the star, she is taking care of herself. It's nurturing herself. And she is listening to the message that is coming from the stork. The stork brings a new beginning also. So there's a beginning of a new chapter in your life right now. And you are able to attain a certain, after this one, you are able to attain a certain balance between being in touch with reality and in touch with your inner self. And at the same time, the universe, especially the divine, which can symbolize by the big star, is very much in touch with you right now. The big star also makes me think of Venus, the brightest star at night, which is actually a planet. I saw it earlier today, also in the crystal ball. And Venus is the planet of love. So somehow, yes, after this closing of the chapter, you are filled with love. Maybe love for yourself, which is because you are nurturing yourself. But I guess also the love of the divine, you feel it right now. And sooner or later, you'll be a cup that overflows, and sooner or later, that love will also benefit everyone around you. Okay, you see, as you nurture yourself, you become the Empress, who is a sign of fertility, a sign of abundance, sign of confidence, sign of intuition, being in touch with the cycle, and very feminine. Very feminine is which is more of the receptive mode. And again, you see a lot of stars, a lot of guidance from the universe. And there's the living water there. Okay. So yeah, you're a person who is being filled up by the presence of the divine, and it's just but normal that you will be a cup that will be overflowing. And that is somehow symbolized by the abundance that is around the queen. Right now, you are being comforted by the universe. They gave you a pillow to lean on, a pillow to find comfort in. So you are being cradled by the universe. And I feel at this moment, this is the time for you to nurture yourself. Okay. Okay, it is also a journey for you towards wholeness right now. The masculine, the feminine side, getting a certain balance in your life right now. Turning away from the low energies that you have had. You see this feminine lady, she's turning away from the snake, which can symbolize the low energies. She's no longer thinking of the lower energies and is very much looking up into her guides and the sun. So right now, yes, you are very intuitive right now. You are taking a certain balance, no? For some of you, because you are very attractive, it is normal that somehow, sooner or later, you will attract other people towards you. Because you are blooming right now. Somehow, yes. I feel that whatever this chapter is, you have finally accepted it and is now moving forward towards this new chapter. Okay, so yeah, because you are blooming right now, there's a high probability that you will meet somebody who is capable of giving love in return, somebody who is mature enough to be able to give unconditional love, and it will even promote further healing in you. It can be also a journey towards wholeness, healing, symbolized by the two snakes in this pole, no? So it can be also your healing, and at the same time, because you're very attractive right now, it's possible that you will attract the same energy as you have. Right now, your energy is that of an energy that of a cup that is overflowing, somebody who's capable of unconditional love, which can be symbolized by the Empress. So you will be attracting somebody who mirrors you, somebody also who is capable of unconditional love. And yes, you are walking away. Whatever it is that has caused you pain, you just let it be. You consider it already as a something that is closed already. You counted your loss, left it behind, and moved forward. Okay. At the same time here, you are having a different point of view already. In the near future, I think you are undergoing a paradigm shift. Your point of view has changed already, and your priorities have changed also. You're now seeing more what are really the essential things in life, and you are enlightened at this present time. I think you have learned a lot of lessons, especially the messages coming from the universe and also from the experience that you've had. Okay, the person in this kind of position is sort of like was able to slowly find a way to be relaxed even in the constraint. Okay, he is able to relax already even in the constraint. So whatever this past experience is, now you are able to accept it already, walk away, and somehow find relaxation. And here again, a lot of communication is coming. No? What comes to me right now is maybe whoever this is, this person that has, maybe if this is a relationship and you have closed that relationship, I think this person realized how beautiful you are, how valuable you are as a person, and now they are trying to bring you back, win you back. They are trying to, yeah, maybe sending a lot of text messages, a lot of communications, now trying to, or maybe calling you even more, trying to win you back, because they realize your value after they have lost you. They realize what they have lost, and they're trying to win you back. But I think you have changed already. Your outlook in life, you have changed already. Somehow I feel you already realize that you deserve more. You deserve a relationship that gives back the love that you give. I don't know if this is person is also capable of that. If that person is not capable of that, then really it's really a close cause, because you are now in the process of healing, and I feel you have now good boundaries, and you will not settle for anything less than a loving relationship. So it's a good thing, no? Never settle for anything less than a loving relationship. Never settle for a relationship wherein the giving and take of love is not equal. You deserve more. So in a certain sense, maybe yeah, they are starting to realize it. Now, whatever you decide, I do not know. You have the free will to whether you decide to open again the door or not. But right now, you're in the process of healing, and I think you have realized what are the valuable things in life. Well, maybe because of this communication, you still have indecision. Okay, it can be. You have here the Nine of Swords. So you see, from the Ten of Swords, you go back to the Nine of Swords. So right now, well, it's normal. You have not completely healed maybe from the situation. From the 10 going to the 9, it's like moving forward and going back, moving forward and going back, moving forward and going back. And that moving forward and going back is causing you sleepless nights. I think it is because of this one also. I remember one of those things that people do when they try to heal from a painful relationship. They stop communicating for a while in order to work on themselves. Some people, they stop communicating because they want the other partner to start running after them. Well, that's not really working on oneself, and it will just make you feel having anxieties, because if your intention of stopping or closing the door or stopping the communication is so that this person will start calling you again or start running after you again, then you will really have anxieties. Why? Because if this person doesn't call, you'll start to have anxiety. Why is this person not calling me? Okay. If the person is starting to call, then you will have anxiety. Should I come back now, or should I know? Or should I keep quiet and not communicate yet? Because if I communicate now, then he might again go back and run away again. So it's like that. So it means that you have not really completely closed the door. You're still hoping. So when you still hope, then you will have these sleepless nights. No, so you try. I think you need to assess. You need to discern your situation. Have you really closed the door, or are you just closing the door temporarily so that the other person will start running after you? If you have intended it that way, then definitely you will still have anxieties. Why? Because if the person keeps calling you up, and then you try to respond again the way you responded before, there's a probability that this person again will disappear. And then you will be in pain again. So it will be a vicious cycle again. It is running after. Now, because now you have withdrawn the energy. If before, it's an unbalanced relationship where you are the one giving and giving and giving in the relationship, and then the other person just take and take and take. Now that you remove that energy of giving, the person will feel deprived and they will start running after you. Now, when you start going back to that kind of energy again of giving, then the other person again will again go back to the same cycle of not giving you enough equal energy. Or if for example you close this one so that this person who is constantly just taking and taking or running away at this time, if your intention is to keep quiet, to stop the communication so that this person will run after you, then you will have anxieties also, because as you stop the communication, you are always looking at your cell phone, always waiting. When will this person call me? When will this person communicate me? So yes, there will be sleepless nights. But if you will follow the direction that somehow the universe is leading you right now, which is to nurture yourself, to close the door so that you have time to heal, to close the communication so that you can work on yourself, and you no longer hope whether this person would run or not. You completely close it because you need to care for yourself. It's like, right now, I want to take care of myself. I deserve more. I deserve to be loved, and I deserve to nurture my inner self. So in a certain sense, when you start working on yourself, then you'll become more attractive. You'll attract more energies that will fulfill you. So I feel right now that the reason why for some of you, there is this Nine of Swords. Is maybe because you have not completely closed it. And somehow this communication can be related to that person running after you right now. And now you are in a dilemma because you have not really completely closed it. But if you have made a decision, I will completely close it for now. For now, the question for now, yes, there's a probability of going back. That's another thing. You're not really completely close it. No? But if you close it because you say, I deserve more. I deserve to love myself. If I have stopped loving myself, I want to love myself now. And I want to have a relationship where I don't have to, wherein the relationship is not unbalanced. A relationship where I give and the other person give, I receive and the other person receive equally. There is an equal give and take, an equal sharing. And there is unconditional love where both of us can freely come and go, where both of us feel accepted and there's no fear that anytime one of us will run away and reject us. So in a certain sense, you prefer a more stable, more mature kind of relationship. If you start to have that kind of outlook, then these sleepless nights will slowly disappear. Because you realize that you deserve more. At the same time also, you realize that you don't need other people to fill up your cup. Your cup overflows when you are in touch with the divine. And that the true source of happiness, the happiness that never ceases, is a deeper relationship with the divine. Once you have that kind of relationship, even if people would come and go in your life, you know that you can always be happy because the source of your happiness is the divine, and the divine is in your inner heart, the portal of your heart. This deeper relationship with the divine is the source of a love or a source of a certain happiness that will free you from depending on others to fill up your cup. So you don't need any more other people to fill up your cup. So I feel you have that potential to grow into that kind of relationship with the divine, wherein people can come and go in your life and you'll still be completely happy. So here, I feel, yeah, this is in the process. I think you are in the process right now of really learning to close the door. Maybe for some of you, you haven't completely closed the door yet. And for some of you, it takes time. It takes time. No? Even if your mind and your heart is already resolved, sometimes, yeah, moments of weakness still comes. And so we couldn't move forward. It's like from the 10 of Swords where it's already closed, you go back again to the 9 of Swords. You couldn't go to the star or to the sun. Okay, you need to move forward to the sunrise. Okay, so until you're able to prevent this going back and forth, you will have the difficulty. But I feel this is the other possibilities, other potential that you have. Somebody who has been through fire, just like the salamander. Somebody who has survived. Somebody who is strong. Somebody who has good boundaries. Somebody who gives love but expects love to be returned. Somebody who's in fire, living life to the full. You see a lot of lions here, and the tails are on fire. You are somebody who's on fire. You are grounded in reality. You are strong. You have good boundaries. So I feel the King of Wands is more what you have. So it's from here going to the King of Wands. So this is a crossing over that you need to do. Just as here, the crossing over from night into morning, it's a crossing over from going back and forth to finally moving forward and really surviving like the salamander. Okay, Sagittarius, finally, yeah, it will require you to make a real decision. When you make a decision, decidere means to cut off. You have here a sword. No? There are two choices you have to make. Will you go back again or will you move forward? Now, you have to make one choice. If you choose to move forward, you'll have to cut off going back. Okay. If you choose to go back, then you will have to cut off going forward. Okay. So it's like that. You will have to make a decision, and you will, and I feel you need to be grounded in reality and in touch with your inner self, in touch with the divine, in order for you to make a good decision. A decision, you need to follow your heart and also your mind. You need to make a decision that primarily gives happiness to you. Because unless you love yourself first, you will not be able to love. I mean, when you have love in you, when you know how to love yourself, then it's easy for you to love others too. So the first priority right now is to love yourself. And you need to really make a decision here. And when you make a decision, you have to cut off one. Now, I hope this has helped you right now in your present situation, Sagittarius, especially those right now who are going back and forth in the chapter that's supposed to be is already closing. Okay, so we'll try to end the reading with oracle cards. Okay, oracle cards. Okay, let us see. Shadow self. Okay, you need healing. Usually, when we are struggling with certain immaturities, sometimes if we are in an immature relationship, it is because there are certain aspects in ourselves that we need to heal, certain aspects that we need to sort of accept that we need to change. For example, sometimes we have issues of rejection, and so there's always that fear of being rejected by other people. There is always that insecurity, and when somebody rejects us, we get to be devastated. There's also that fear maybe of being accepted, so sometimes the tendency is to be like an energy vampire. You take and take and take and take. Also, when sometimes also there is this certain immaturity of always trying to make sure. So what we sometimes do is we have a lot of options, and so there's a third party, a fourth party, a fifth party. So sometimes that's what happens. So certain issues that we need to work on ourselves. No? So I feel there is a need for us to recognize these things, and we need to work. We need to accept that reality, that it's part of us. And it is only by learning to accept that that is part of us, when we stop denying that there is something that we need to work on ourselves, and we'll accept that this is part of me and I need to move forward from this. When we learn to do that, then we will be able to move forward towards healing. You see here the lightning. The lightning makes me think of the tower moment. This closing of the chapter is like a tower moment, and when the lightning strikes, when the lightning strikes in the darkness, suddenly everything, for a big glimpse, for a short glimpse, everything comes out into light. Suddenly, when there's a lightning, suddenly for a flash of a moment, we see things. And a certain thing, somehow it's like this one with the hanged man. For a flash of a moment, this crisis makes you realize certain things in your life that you need to work on. So you need to realize that and to accept that shadow self. And when you are aware of it and you learn to accept it, then you are already taking the first 3 steps towards healing. Mother Earth. Okay, so I feel right now you need to spend more time in nature. Yeah, it helps also. Sometimes taking a walk or jogging, or just spending time in nature, maybe doing some painting or whatever it is, doing music in nature. There's something about nature that will heal us. Just like here, the Empress. The Empress is in the midst of nature, and she enjoys it. She finds a comfortable place in nature, and somehow I feel it's a very important aspect of your healing right now. Well, Sagittarius, I hope that this reading has helped you, and thank you for the likes and the comments that you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing also, and if you feel that this will help others, don't hesitate to share it with them. Well, Sagittarius, I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.